Sea state was wild, big seas running, and it was, I'd say, probably 40 plus knots. I mean, it was mentioned that our wind gear wasn't ideal, so it was a little hard to know, but there was a lot of blown spray, and, it's just, and the boat was charging, so, everyone had to work extremely hard.
Knowing all the...
That was the hardest part, but there were plenty of hard parts.
So, knowing the casualties, broken masts, people dying...
Yeah.
Were you concerned for the boat? Like, did you push it hard? Were you ever thinking...
We had to throttle back, but it's hard to slow it down. That's one of the problems, is that you just... And we were kind of... we had a J4 up that we needed for the race, but to get it down and then change to a storm sail, that was our plan, but then the J4 actually got broken, so we ended up with a storm sail for a lot longer, storm ship, which worked out fine, but it just meant that in the end we didn't have a J4. So those sorts of things came and went, but the boat itself, we pushed it pretty hard, but then we tried to keep it at a safe speed. Under control, yeah.
And this boat really, when you look at the conditions, even forecast beforehand, I mean, it was tailor-made for this boat, wasn't it, really?
I mean, they sort of say that, the Volvo 70s aren't exactly, a Hobart boat, but it was a Volvo 70 type forecast, so I was so glad to be on it.
Yes.
It was, much more comfortable than TP52 would have been as well. From my memory of TPs, this is much bigger and everything. Robert Greenhalgh, as you know, is the sailing master. He's done 5 Hobarts, and he's only not won one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's actually won. He's won 2 with me.
Oh wow!
If we win this one,
if you win, well, you've got there's a big gap to the next boats.
Yeah, we know they're a long way back, and we've looked at sort of the speeds that I'll have to do. I kind of feel like it's going to be hard to get, knocked off, but you just don't know until we can say yes.
Tell me, what made you charter this boat? Why this boat?
Well, I saw the other one. It was kind of like, okay, I thought I'd put away my gear and kind of going to do the Cape 31 and those sort of day sailing J70. And then very soon after, I think one of my crew must have been, talking to someone else on Jim's side, and suddenly this boat became available for me to charter, and would I be interested? And I thought, oh yeah, you know what, maybe, because I wanted to sail as a Commodore. And I actually, when I sold my boat, it was a bit sort of, it's a long story anyway, but I wasn't intending to, and then someone was going to buy it, and then that fell through, and then I got it in my head to sell, so then I did. Anyway, and then I thought, well, I'd like to sail as a Commodore of the club. We haven't had a sailing Commodore for a little bit, and I just thought, this would be a good time to do it.
And so you realised too that you've got 2 Commodores, this end and that, both sailing with sons.
Rowdy. Yeah, my son's on board this boat, I know.
And so having won it once and nearly won it twice, and this is the 3rd time with some other great results in sort of in the intervening years, it must feel pretty special for you.
Yeah, look, it is I love the race, but it's a little bit one of those things where you always sort of think, okay, I'm glad I've won it, I'm glad I've got that ticked off, and then here I am again having another shot at it, right? So,
pretty special, isn't it? Okay, thanks.
Welcome, Commodore Sam.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir.
Cheers.
I'd like to make it a bigger deal, but you know what's going down.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Cheers, mate.
So would you come back and do it again?
No, never.
No, not till next time.
Yeah. It's a hard no, but maybe.
But maybe. We'll see. We'll see in a few days. Thanks for your time. I'll leave you with it.
Nice to see you. Well done, Sam. How did your drivers go? You had presumably quite a number of them, yeah?
Yeah.
So who's driving mostly between yourself and whom else?
Well, me, I'm only sort of like starting the boat in the easier conditions, because this thing is just crazy when it gets going. Luke Parkinson, Parko is on a lot. He's really, and Rob Greenhalgh, of course, Jack, yes. Those 3, and David Chapman as well. He's always on the.
Do you have to rotate pretty hard, sort of, in the really serious stuff?
No, look, there were times where probably Parko or Rob were needed. Like, you just had to have them on it. But yeah, and Jack as well actually.
Yeah,
So to be honest,
yeah.
yeah, they probably were rotating quite a lot
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I mean, you know, it wouldn't do more than an hour or an hour and a half at the very most.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep the accuracy and
And that
concentration.
first night, you're trying to sort of maintain the asset, not go too fast. Presumably, you're just trying to stop you putting the bow in each time. So
Well,
what's the main thing?
The first night we were under the A5 and
A5 and a reef or two?
Oh,
Or
two
just
reefs.
Two reefs.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the time we had two reefs in, and you know, quite a lot of the time three reefs. But yeah, with the A5, a couple of reefs in, and just you know, really trucking along. That wasn't quite so much trying to control it. I mean, trying to just not get the bow in, and you know, get out of control or anything like that. But those conditions weren't as full on as they were in the Bass Strait.
Oh, right. Okay, so was that when the westerly was coming in?
Yeah, when the westerly came in, and we're kind of tight reaching, and
a messy sea.
yeah, really messy sea state,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
so it's
huge waves coming over the side.
So it's come down south as well. It's met the westerly,
Yeah.
and then it's confused as well.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know what was going on in the sea state for the whole race, but it was a lumpy race.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Well, congratulations. We'll wait to see what happens in the end. But well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, we'll see what happens.